In the previous video, I mentioned something about kenosis, the emptying of one's will. And I mentioned as well that this is one of the topics of the novel. The other topic is love and hatred as well. And if you read the first pages of the book and the first chapter of the book, you see lots of relationships between, especially Fyodor Karamazov, who is the father of the three brothers in the novel, uh, Ivan, Alyosha, and Dmitri. In their order, it's Dmitri, Ivan, and Alyosha in in the chronological order. So all of those relationships that you see of the father with the two women he has in his life as wives, and also the love that he has or not for his sons, raises lots of problems for Dostoevsky because it shows how he understands human relationships and also human nature. But if you take the two views, the two ideas of love and kenosis together, so the emptying of oneself and love of the other, and if our purpose would be to empty ourselves in order to find within us that which is the core of us, our true nature, and the question that appears is, well, who is the one that loves? If I empty myself of myself, who is the one that expresses the love for the other? How can I actually express love if my purpose may be too much? If my way of living in life would be as to empty myself of my will, and if you take Alyosha as the model, or the truly the hero of Dostoevsky's book, I think Dostoevsky really suggests that living a life like Alyosha does, which seems to be for the others all the time, which seems to be in embracing the other's being, in forgetting himself and looking for the good of the others, then what happens seen in the relationship that Alyosha has with the others is always the apparition of the third, of someone that's also beyond the other, and is that third which may be the divinity for Dostoevsky, but I do not want to claim that yet. We'll see how it evolves later. This third is that which unites me and the others, love itself, if I can put it this way. I wanted to show you an icon, and I do not know how familiar you are with icons or not. Icons, you will find icons clearly in the Orthodox tradition within Christianity, and this is the icon. If you know the scene, this is Jesus who is praying to God the Father in the Garden of Gethsemane, and Jesus says something quite striking here, striking from a perspective, of course. And then he says, Father, and now I'm trying to cite from memory, take from me this cup. However, may your will be done and not mine. So Jesus prays, Jesus before the crucifixion. He's praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. All his apostles are have fallen asleep, and he's praying to God the Father, and he's asking the Father, and his own Father, of course, he's asking God the Father to take the cup of suffering, perhaps, from him. But nevertheless, why? Because he would be crucified, of course. He expresses his human nature as well in that. But while he does that, he also says, let not my will be done, but yours. This is connected with kenosis. Let not my will be done, so let me empty myself of my will, but let your will be done. Is anyone in the novel, or in Dostoevsky's novel, and is anyone in our lives actually, if you can think about it, able to say the same things ever? Let not my will be done, but your will be done. The answer does not really matter for the moment in Dostoevsky. It doesn't matter because we have to figure out how we can understand our own human nature, being aware of the fact that the majority of the time we cannot say no to ourselves, to our own wills. And if that is the case, then perhaps even love has to be understood in two different ways, because I can love someone by emptying myself, and in that case I give myself to the other, or I love someone else by not emptying myself, but rather the love itself comes from my desires, comes from my reality, from my circumstances, and in that case it is possible, and clearly Fyodor Karamazov is one of these people, that they do not love ever other people, but rather by expressing what some might call love, they express self-love.